I will actually start by talking about the Inca terns that are perched around the place, and I will tell you, if you are stood under one of them, please move, otherwise you'll get the same treatment as me and get pooed on. They do poo once every 4 minutes, so it is quite a high risk place to stand directly under one of them. I'm going to give you a little bit of a talk about our birds in this enclosure, while our own king of the penguins, Chris, feeds our Humboldt penguins. So we have 12 Humboldt penguins in the enclosure. These guys, although normally associated with the cold, with the North Pole, with Santa, and with winter, of the 18 species of penguins, only 4 are actually in cold climates. So these are one of the northernmost species and can be found in the wild along the coast of Chile and Peru. They are named after the Humboldt Current, which runs up from Antarctica alongside the west coast of South America, bringing with it cool, nutrient-rich waters, making it a very highly productive region to live. Sorry, we're having some mic issues today. This does mean that these guys are very at home here in Bournemouth. They like to sunbathe, and you may see them throughout the day stood on the rocks, drinking in the sun, and you can tell when they're warm because their faces will go a little bit pink and they'll stand with their wings out to either side. It is quite difficult to tell these guys apart. One of the best ways is by the spot pattern on their chest. As we see Millie here at the front without a tag on her wing. She doesn't have any spots just as she jumps into the pool. Compared to someone like Diego, who Chris will turn around for us now, right at the front there, diving into the pool as well, has a lot more spots on. Each penguin has their own spot pattern, much the same as us with our fingerprints. But to make life even easier for us as keepers and for you guys, we have given them each a tag. All the male penguins will have a tag on their left wing, and all the females on their right wing. This is of course because the girls are always right. Each one is colour coded, just so we can tell from a distance who's doing what. This is important for us as feeders, as Chris will be keeping track of who's eating well at each of our feeds, and if any of our penguins need medication, as some of the older ones tend to, we need to be able to know that they've actually taken their medication. I mention older ones because in the wild these guys will only live up to about 15 years old, but they live a lot longer in captivity. So Diego, with a black tag on his left wing, who's just in front of Chris catching the fish now, is looking a bit scruffier as he is the oldest in our enclosure. He is actually 20 years old. We have recently lost one of our beloved penguins, and that was Pingu, and she lived it up to the age of 28. She was with her partner Augustine for a whopping 15 years, meaning they were literally together for a lifetime. These guys do mate for life. They are a monogamous species, and we do have some very strong couples on the beach. One of our favourite and strongest couples are Zorro and Diego. They are our same-sex couple, 2 males. They've made the choice to nest together every night. They vocalise together and will spend each night in the same nest box, despite having their own nest boxes on the beach. They are also responsible for the penguin on the beach that looks and acts a little bit differently. This is Ponyo, who is currently doing her best to eat Chris's needs, and she is our youngest, raised by Zorro and Diego as a surrogate chick. She is just over a year old and doesn't have the same black band across her chest because she hasn't been through her first molt. These penguins go through what is known as a catastrophic molt every year. This just meaning that they lose all their feathers in one go, including their waterproof ones, and then will regrow their feathers and look like a brand new penguin a week later. We are coming up to molting season, which means that our penguins are looking slightly scruffier than normal, and they're also looking slightly rounder than usual. As in the wild, catastrophic molt would mean that they are unable to go in the water and unable to hunt. Coming up to molting season does mean that Ponyo will soon look like the rest of the others and be a fully grown penguin, something that we're looking forward to with slightly mixed emotions. She is a fun little penguin, and you can often see her chasing her own shadow. Earlier today she got very distracted by a butterfly that made its way in and was chasing it around the place. And does have a particular affinity for Chris, his Wellingtons, his knees and his elbows. However, there is one individual on the beach that likes to ignore the rule of monogamy. I won't tell you exactly who she is, only that she likes to be in the water and has recently taken aversion to her tag and has removed it. She has switched up her partner a few times and is actually Ponyo's mother. We aren't quite sure who the dad is. In the wild, these guys are threatened, unfortunately. This is partially due to the same reason you probably scrunched up your nose a little bit coming in here. It is for guano. Guano is a fancy word for penguin poo, and it is something that the penguins use to build their nests. It's a very sticky substance that they use to stick together the rocks and sticks they build their nests with, but it is also an excellent fertilizer, meaning that humans have raided Humboldt penguin nesting grounds and have declined the numbers from close to 1 million in 1900 down to under 20,000, most of which are in captivity. Here at the Oceanarium, we have partnered up with a charity called PSJ, and we've done a bunch of rather silly things dressed as penguins, including a 10k run and a skydive. Ponyo herself has also contributed, and when she was younger we got her to walk over some paint and then a canvas, and somehow passed it off as art and sold it online for quite a bit of money. When you guys are shopping for fish, if you could look out for the blue tick, that just marks sustainability. And if you are looking for somewhere to donate, we do recommend PSJ as a charity. I will end my talk there for today, guys. This is our final talk of the day. If you have any questions, myself and Chris will stick around for a bit. We're always happy to talk more penguin gossip. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you for listening.
Oh, that like that? See what that's. Here he goes. Oh, oh. There's another one coming now. No. You missed it. You're a belly flop. Oh. Here they go.
Are they going to jump in again either way?
Well, lucky. One. There he goes. Yeah.